Hebrew is below in the red. Yedid nefesh avarachaman mishoch avdach eretzonach yachotz avdach kemo hayam yishachaveh mul hadarach ki ehavlom didotach min hofetzuf v'chol taham atur nahe ziv haolam nafshi cholat ahavatach ana elna rifa nalam biharot lam noham zivach az titchazek v'titrapeh v'haitalach shivchat olam v'tikyehemu racham hechom v'chuzna aben ohavach ki ze kama nisaf liro betiferet uhozach ana eli machmalipi hushana vehatitalam igalena v'osavivalai etzukat shelomach ta'i eret mikvodach nahagila v'nismihabach maher ehuv kivamohed v'choneni kimei olam yala la 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 yala la 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 yala la 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 yala la 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 yala la 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 yala la 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 yala la la yana na 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 yana na 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 yana na na yana na 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 yana na 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 yana di da 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 bum. We'll now continue on page 11. Let us go and sing to Adonai. Let us trumpet praise to our protector. Filled with thanks, let us greet God, raising our voice in song. Come, then let us bow and kneel. Let us bend our knees in the presence of Adonai, who formed us. For Adonai is our God, and we are God's flock, sheep in God's caring hands. That time in the desert, when your ancestors tried to be tested, so they would see what I brought. For 40 years I was troubled by that generation, and I said, these are a people whose hearts have gone astray. They do not know my way. So in anger I swore they would not enter my rest. Arbaim shana akut bidor v'amar am tvei levavheim v'heim lo yadu derachai asher nishbati v'apihi imevon emunuchati. Page 30. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, ועשו מיום ליום ישועתו, ספרו בגויים כבודו, בכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים, כי כל אלוהי עמים אלילים, ואדוני שמיים עשה. הוד והדר לפניו, עוז ותפארת במקדשו. הבו לאדוני משפחות עמים, הבו לאדוני כבוד ועוז, הבו לאדוני כבוד שמו. שאו מנחה ובואו לחצרותיו, השתחוו לאדוני בהר הקודש, חילו מפניו כל הארץ. אמרו בגויים אדוני מלך, עתיקון תבל בל תימוד. ידין עמים במישרים, ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ, ירם הים ומלואו, יעלו שדי וכל אשר בו. אז יחננו כל עצי יער לפני אדוני, כי היווה לשבות הארץ, לשבות תבל בצדק, ועמים באמונתו. ילאי לה 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 לה, 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 ילאי, ילאי לה 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 לה, Page 15. Adonai malak tagel haaretz, yismechuim rabim. Adonai reigns, so let the earth be glad, the many distant lands rejoice. Flashes of lightning illumine the land. The earth watches and trembles. Mountains melt like wax at the approach of Adonai, at the approach of the master of all the earth. Worshippers of idols, be shamed for praising false gods. All that is deemed supreme bow before God. You, Adonai, are above all that is earthly, exalted over all that is worshipped as divine. Light is sown for the righteous and joy for the upright. Rejoice in Adonai, you righteous people, and thank God as you pronounce the divine holy name. Oave Adonai sinurav, shomer nafshot hasidav, miad reshaim yatzileim, or zaru alat tzadik, rish velev simcha, simchot tzadikim badonai, behodu lezecher kadsho. Page 17. Mizmor shiro ladonai shechadash, ki neflahot asa, hoshia lo yemino, uzroa kodesho, hodi Adonai Yeshuato, Einei Agoim Gilat Tzidkato, Zachor chazo ve'emonato leveit Yisrael ra'u kol ha'asei ha'aretz et Yeshuat Eloheinu hariu l'Adonai kol ha'aretz pitzchu v'rananu v'sameru zamru l'Adonai b'chiyei nor nor v'kozim ram בחצות צחוק וקול שופר הריעו לפני המלך אדוני ירם הים ומלואו תבל ויושביו נהרות ימחאו כף יחד הרים יחננו לפני אדוני כי בא Mishpat Haaretz Yishpat Vel B'Tzedek Ve'amim Be'Yesharim. We're now on page 19. Adonai Malach Yegazu Amim Yoshev Keruvim Tanu Taretz. Adonai reigns, nations tremble. The one enthroned amidst the cherubim makes the world quake. A sovereign strength lies in the love of justice, and you forge the path of truth, judging Jacob righteously and justly. Moses and Aaron among God's priests, and Samuel among those who called upon the divine name, called to you and you answered them. Exalt Adonai our God and bow down at God's holy mountain, for Adonai our God is holy. Romamu Adonai Eloheinu v'yishtachavu lahar kodsho ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. I think we might need a little bit of light eventually in this area. It's okay now, but soon we'll probably need some light. Yeah, oh, that's right. Page 21, we rise for this next psalm. Mizmor leDavid, Havu l'Adonai b'nei Elim, Havu l'Adonai, Kavod va'oz, Havu l'Adonai, Kevod shemo yishachavu l'Adonai, Hadra Kodesh, Kol Adonai, Al hamayim el hakavod hirim Adonai hamayim rabim Kol Adonai bakohach Kol Adonai behadar Kol Adonai Shaveh Razim Shaveh Adonai Ed Azeh Halvanon Vayarkidem Kemo Hekel Levanon Vesirion Kemo Ven Rehemim Kol Adonai Chotzev lehavot eish Kol Adonai Yachil Midbar Yachil Adonai Midbar Kadesh Kol Adonai Yechol El Ayalod Vayechesov Yehachod Uv Heichalo Kulho Omer Kavod Adonai Lam Habo Yashav Vayeshev Adonai Melech Leolam Adonai Hozia Hamo Yiten Adonai Yevarech Et Amo Vashalom. You may be seated. We'll continue with the Ana B'Choach. I'll recite it responsibly in English, and then we'll sing it together in Hebrew. Page 22. If you would, may your mighty right hand undo the knot that ties us up. Almighty, if you would, guard as the apple of your eye those who seek your unity. Mighty Holy One, in your abundant goodness, guide your people. Listen to our pleas, hear our cries, knowing the hidden depths within us. Ana bechoach gedulat yamincha tahati tzurah kabel rinat amcha sagvenu taharenu nora. Nagi bordor sheyechudcha kevavad shomreim baruchem taharem rachamem tzidkatcha tamid gomleim Chazin kadosh berov tuvcha nahel adatecha yachigel amcha penei zokre kedushatecha shavatenu kabel Moshe matzakatenu Yodei atzalumot Baruch Shem kavod malchuto leolam voed. Lecha Dodi, page 23. Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Shahamor v'zachor b'dibur echad Hishmiyanu elam yuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad L'shemo tiferet v'tihilo Lecha Dodi likra kala Penei Shabbat nekabela Lecha Dodi likra kala Penei Shabbat nekabela Likrat Shabbat lecho v'nelecho Ki mekor ha-bracha Mehirosh mikedem nisucha Sov maaseh macha Shabbat chilo Lecha Dodi likra kala Penei Shabbat nekabela Lecha Dodi likra kala Penei Shabbat nekabela Mihikdash melech ir melucha Kumitzehi mihitocha hafecha Rahav lach shevet be'emek habacha Vehu yachamol alaychem lo Lecha Dodi likra kala Penei Shabbat nekabela Lecha Dodi likra kala Penei Shabbat nekabela Hitna arim yafar kumi Livshi bigdeti fartech ami Ayan ben Yishai beit halachmi Korva el nafshi ke Allah Lecha dodi likra kala, pene Shabbat nekabela, lecha dodi likra kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. Hit oreri, kiva ore kumi ori, uri, sheda peri, kevod Adonai alayich niklo. Lecha dodi likra kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela, lecha dodi likra kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lo tevo shivelo tekami, matish tochachi umate hemi, bach yechesu ani hami, v'nivnita ir atilo. Lecha dodi likra kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likra kala, pnei Shabbat nekabla. V'hayu libshisa shovosayich, v'rachaku kol mivalayich, yasis alayich Elohayich, kimsos chatan ahakala. Lecha dodi likra kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likra kala, pnei Shabbat nekabla. Yaminu smol tiyifrotzi, v'het Adonai taharitzi, ayadish ben pautzi, v'nismecha v'nagila. Lecha dodi likra kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likra kala, pnei Shabbat nekabla. Bohi v'shalom ateret bala, gaham b'simcha uvetzala, tohochem bunei am segula, bohi chala. Lecha dodi likra kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likra kala, pnei Shabbat nekabla. You may be seated. We're now on page 27. Mizmor shir liyom hashabbat, tov lo tov l'Adonai, l'zamer l'shimcha elyon, lehagid b'boker chasdecha, ve'emunatecha ba'leilot. It is good to thank you, Adonai, and sing to your name most high, to proclaim your love at daybreak, your faithfulness each night. You glad me with your deeds, Adonai, and I shall sing of your handiwork. The arrogant do not understand, the fool does not comprehend this. The wicked flourish like grass, and every evildoer blossoms, only to be destroyed forever. Surely your enemies, Adonai, surely your enemies will perish. All who commit evil will be scattered. As my enemies gathered against me, my gaze remains steady, for my ears listen and hear. In old age they remain fruitful, still fresh and bountiful, proclaiming Adonai is upright, my rock in whom there is no flaw. Tzadik katamar yitrach keres bavanon yehes geshitolim bevet Adonai bechatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu Od Yehovon Eseva Ishenim V'Hananim Yehu Lehakid Ki Ashar Adonai Tzuri V'Lo Havlatabo. We're now on page 29. Adonai malach Yehud lavesh Adonai ositazar avtikon tevel bal timot. Adonai is sovereign, robed in splendor, girded in strength. The earth stands firm, not to be dislodged. From earliest time you were enthroned. You are eternal. In your house, beautiful in its holiness, your testimonies endure, Adonai, for all time. Mikolod ma'im rabim adirim bishbreyam adi b'machom Adonai heitotecha nehemenu mehod leveitecha nava kodesh Adonai leharech yamim. Warner's Kaddish, page 30. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shmei rabbah Bi'alama divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael ba'agala v'izmin man k'hiri v'yimru amen Yehei shmei rabbah mavorach le'olam alamei alamaya Yit barach v'yishtabach v'yitpo'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shmei d'kudusha brichu Leila min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'al Israel v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'bromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al Israel v'imru amen. Please remain standing or rise, and we will continue with the Baruch Hu on page 39a. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamavorach. Baruch Adonai Hamavorach le'olam voed. You may be seated. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher b'dvaro ma'ariv haravim b'chokhmah potech sharim ובתבונה משנה עתים, ומחליף את הזמנים, ומסדר את הכוכבים, ומשמרתם ברקיע כרצונו. Sovereign of time and space, whose word brings the evening dusk, whose wisdom opens the gates of dawn, whose understanding changes the day's division, whose will sets the succession of seasons and arranges the stars in their places in the sky. Who ruled before darkness and darkness from light, who makes day pass into night, who distinguishes day from night, Adonai Sabaoth is your name, living and ever-present God, may your rule be with us forever and ever. Adonai, who brings each evening's dusk. Borei yom v'layla goler or mipnei choshech v'choshech mipnei or u'mavir yom u'mefi layla mavdil ben yom u'vein layla Adonai tzvot shemo el chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam voed Baruch atah Adonai amariv haravim. We continue now on page 40 with the second bracha before the Shema. We'll sing it together in Hebrew, and then that will be followed by the Shema on the following page. Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael amcha ahavta mitzvot ukim mishpatim otanu lemadita. Haken Adonai Eloheinu Shavenu uvekumenu nasiach bechukecha v'nizmach b'divrei toratecha uv'mitzvotecha le'olam vohed. Ki hem chayenu yorech yameinu v'orech yameinu uvahem nehege yomam v'layla v'avatcha ata simimenu le'olamim baruch ata Adonai ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echod. Baruch Shem Kvod Malchuto Le'olam Vaed. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavecha u'v'chol nafshecha v'chol motecha v'ayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinatam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha u'letecha v'derech u'shofecha u'kmecha Ushartam laot al yadecha, vayilu tadafot beinenecha, utavtam amizor betecha visharecho. We'll read the following two paragraphs on the next page at our own pace, and then we'll meet up together at the bottom of 42. Adonai Elohim Emet. We'll continue now on page 43b, where it says an alternate at the top of the page. You proclaim the covenant on the seventh day. You love this day we inherited, delighting in its remembrance. From the time you bestowed it, joy filled the hearts of Yeshurun, the people you redeemed. You exalted Shabbat as a sign between us forever. In 6 days your world was formed. On the seventh day you rested. To honor your name, they sing songs of praise to the one deserving of praise. We continue on page 44. Umalchuto bratzu kiblu aleihem Moshe u'Miriam u'bnei Yisrael dechanu shira v'simcha rabba yamruhu kulam mi chamocha v'elim Adonai mi kamocha neda b'kodesh norati lo tosef eleh Malchutcha ruvanecha b'kayam lifnei Moshe ze'eli anu v'amru Adonai yimloch le'olam v'ed v'ne'emar kifada Adonai et Yaakov u'golo me'ed chazak memenu Baruch ata Adonai kal Yisrael. We'll continue on page 45. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, v'amidenu malkeinu l'chaim, ufchos aleinu sukat shlomecho, v'taknenu b'tzatova milfonecho, v'oshienu l'man shemecho. Allow us, Adonai, our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign. Shield us, shelter us in the shadow of your wings, for you, God, watch over and deliver us, and you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. May you fret over us, and be at peace. Express can't be at peace for us, for all the people Ushmort seitenu v'enu lechaim l'shalom yatav yarolam ufos aleinu sukat shalomecho baruch ata Adonai haporeh sukat shalom aleinu el kol amo Yisrael v'Yerushalayim. We rise for Vashamru, page 46, which will be followed by the Chatzi Kaddish, and then time for our own personal prayer. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית העולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת וינפש יקדש ויקדש שמי רבו ועמד יברח חירותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי לכל בית ישראל בעגלה בזמן קריב אמרו אמן יהי שמי רבא מברך לעולם ולמי עלמיו יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי לקודשה בריחו לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמאה ואמרו אמן. We'll remain standing for the Vayachulu on page 53. Vayachulu hashamayim v'haaretz v'chol tzevam vayachal Elohim bayom hashvihi melato asher asa vayishbot bayom hashvihi v'kol melato asher asa v'yivarech Elohim et yom hashvihi v'kadesh oto ki bo shava mikol melato asher bara Elohim la'asod. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov El Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanora El Elyon Kodesh Shamayim V'Aretz Magen Avot B'Dvaro Mechaye Metim B'Ma'amaro El Hakadosh She'en Kamohu Hamnech le'amo b'yom Shabbat kodsho Kivav ratza lehaniach lahem Kivav ratza lehaniach lahem V'anhav na'avod b'yira v'fachad Noter lishmo b'chol yom tamid V'hen habrachot El ha'odot Adon Ashalom Mikadesh Hashabbat Meferech Shedvi Minech Lebushah Le'amadush Neonheg Zecher Lemahaseh Vereshit Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu Retzevenu Chatenu Kareshenu Mitzvotecha V'tencha Kenu V'toratecha Sabeinu B'tuvecha V'samechenu B'shuatecha V'taher L'beinu L'avdecha Be'emet V'hanchilenu Adonai Eloheinu B'ava Uvratzon Shabbat Kodecha V'nuchu V'yisra Mekadesh Shemecho Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat Yitkadav Yikadash Shemei Rabbah V'yalamad Divrach Hirtei V'yamich Malchutei V'chayechon V'yamechon V'chayedecho Beit Yisrael V'agalau V'zman Kariv Imru Amen Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Le'olam U'Lalmei Almayot Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpoar v'yitruma v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemer kudusha barichu leila min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata damiram b'yalma imru amen titkabel tzlotahon v'atahon decho Yisrael kadam uvahon v'yishmaya v'imru amen yehei shlama rabba min shamaya v'chaim aleinu v'ko Yisrael v'imru amen oseh shalom b'imromav Yaseh Shalom, Aleinu v'Kol Yisrael, V'imru Amen. If you'd like to follow along with the words of Kiddush, that can be found on page 55. Savri, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron l'maseh v'reheshit ki hu yom techila l'mikrai kodesh zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim Kivanu v'acharta yotanu kidashta mikol hamim b'shabbat kodshecha v'ahava uvratzon hinchatanu Baruch atah Adonai mikadesh hashabbat. L'chaim, l'chaim. Okay. So this week's Parsha is Parshat Ki Teitzei, and that's taken from the first two words of the Parsha, Ki Teitzei, when you go out, and it continues, Ki Teitzei lemilchama, when you go out to war. When you go out to war. So I'd actually like to share with you a Hasidic interpretation of this. So whenever we learn Torah on four levels. The Peshat, which is the literal meaning. The Remez, that is sort of the allegorical, or it hints at something. The Drash is what can we draw out of it, like what kind of a lesson can we draw out of it. And the Sod, which is means secret, so the Kabbalistic meaning of it. So I'd like to share with you some of a teaching from the Sfat Emet, who I've shared before. Sfat Emet means language of truth, so it's fitting. We're in Beit Emet, the house of truth, so we share the language of truth. And so this is how, and he lived, by the way, the Sfat Emet lived at the end of the 19th century, early 20th century. So he certainly saw his share of war in Europe during his lifetime. So the verse goes like this: when you go forth to war against your enemy, and God places him in your hand, and you take captive, and so forth. So this is what he says: in everything there is a point of divine life, but it is secret and hidden. I'll read that again because it's very deep, very profound. In everything there is a point of divine life, but it is secret and hidden. Throughout the days of the week, we are engaged in a battle and struggle to find that point, right? Whether we're working or going to school or dealing with the bills or our air conditioner or whatever things arise, or our car. I talked to somebody who was without a car for a couple of weeks. So sometimes life can be a bit of a struggle. But then comes Shabbat. And on Shabbat, it's revealed that God gives life to all. So Shabbat is Israel's way of bearing witness to creation, since even now, heaven and earth exist only by virtue of God's 10 utterances. So this refers to the original 10 utterances at the beginning of Bereshit in Genesis. Let there be light, and so forth and so on. There were 10 different utterances. And according to Kabbalah, that is still reverberating every moment. Every moment, God is speaking or singing the universe into existence. So during the week, as I said before, it's a bit of a struggle. But come Erev Shabbat, and by the way, the word Erev comes from the word ta'aruvot, which means a mixture. So Erev Shabbat, the eve of Shabbat, where day and night are kind of mixed together. So we're making the final preparations for Shabbat. And then we enter into the fullness of Shabbat. And then on Shabbat, we can rest, we can let go, we can relax, we can trust, we can open ourselves to receive the beauty of the creation and accept and understand that things really are perfect, just as they are, even amidst the struggles, even amidst the trials. There's still perfection in it all. And I just want to share, I was thinking of one of my teachers, Rabbi Henoch Dov Hoffman, of blessed memory, who lived and taught in Denver. And what I learned from him is that when we say the bracha for bread, we say hamotzi lechem min haaretz, which literally means who brings forth the bread from the earth. It seems kind of strange, right? It seems kind of a strange language or strange way of saying it. So the word lechem, if you switch the letters around, It's milchama, which means war. So Rabbi Hoffman taught that when we take war out of the earth, there will be plenty for everyone. And I finally realized that it's in this week's Parsha, there's a very profound connection. As I said at the beginning, it starts with the verse about going out to war, but the Parsha ends with feeding people, right? Especially the poor, the widow, the orphan, and the stranger, and leaving the corners of our fields. So that, I think, is a profound connection that our tradition reminds us of how we can live if we have the will to do so. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. So let's Bruchtia. So let's take a moment and bring to our mind, bring to our awareness those friends and family members who are in need of healing. Especially, I'm thinking today of Marvin Barris, who's recovering from surgery. So may be well. It's heart surgery. So I'll know more after Shabbat. But I don't know if you heard anything, Tom, or not. But yeah. So the prayer, we'll sing the Debbie Friedman's prayer. It's found in the middle of the bulletin if you need the words. Mi sheperach avotenu bikor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mi sheperach imotenu mikor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. We rise for Aleinu, page 56. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'tekila lioseh b'reishit, shelo asanu k'mei hafasot, lo samanu k'mishpakot adama, shelo samchakenu kohen, v'gov aleinu k'cho hamonam, yanamnu kori, u'mishakavim u'motim, L'ifnei melech malchei hamlakim hakadosh baruch hu shehu noteh shamayim v'yosef haaretz u'moshav yikarom b'shamayim mimahal u'shchina tuzo v'govhei merobim u'Eloheinu Eino telemachenu evazulato Hakatu b'torato Yadata hayom v'hashemota El levavecha Ki Adonai hu Elohim B'shamayim ima'al Ya'aretz v'vika how can you kill V'tim loch aleihem mer al elam voed ki hamachod sherahi olameatim lo b'chavod kakatu b'toratecho Adonai yimloch leolam voed v'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz V'yomahu yeh Adonai echod u'shema echad. If you're observing a yard site, please remain standing. Otherwise, you may be seated. At this time, we remember the following people who have yard site in the coming week. Lou Koshar's brother, Harry, Beverly Merchant's husband, Joel, Marlene Friedlander's mother, Mary Finkelstein, as well as Meyer Hinden, Julius Neerman, Walter Joel, Irving Gross, Jenny Kowal, Sophie Rosenthal, Henry Knie, and Samuel Smalley, and any other names if anyone has. Tony Rose. Okay, thank you. Mourner's Kaddish is on page, okay, we'll actually go to two. So Mourner's Kaddish, page 58. Yit Gadal V'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah Bialama Divra Chirute V'yamlich Malchute B'chayechon V'yomechon V'chaye Dechol Beit Yisrael Ba'agala V'zman Kari V'imru Amen Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mavarach Leolam Alamei Almaya Yit Barach V'yishtabach V'yitpoar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh Yitadar, Vitale, Vitalal, Shmei Kudisha, Brichu, Leila, Min Kol Birchata, V'shirata, Tush Bechata, V'nechemata, Damiran Belma, Vimru, Amen. Yehi, Shlama, Rabba, Min Shemaya, V'chaim, Aleinu, V'ko Yisrael, Vimru, Amen. Oseh Shalom Ben Ramav, Uyaseh Shalom, Aleinu, V'ko Yisrael, Vimru, Amen. May be seated. This time we'll recite the Psalm for the season. Psalm 27, and we'll follow it with another Kaddish. We'll read it together in English, and then we'll sing the Hebrew verses, and you'll see that in the red in the middle. We'll read this part together. A Psalm of David. Adonai is my light and my help. Whom shall I fear? Adonai. Oh, did I say the page? I'm sorry. I didn't say the page. Page 59. Yes, page 59. Okay. Pardon? Yeah. We'll say it together, but okay, here we go. A Psalm of David. Adonai is my light and my help. Whom shall I fear? Adonai is the stronghold of my life. Whom shall I dread? When evil people assail me to devour my flesh, my enemies and those who besiege me, it is they who stumble and fall. Should an armed camp be arrayed against me, my heart would show no fear. If they were to go to war against me, of this I would be sure. One thing I ask of Adonai, this is what I seek, to dwell in the house of God all the days of my life, to behold God's peacefulness and to pray in God's sanctuary. Achad shehalti mehet Adonai otavakesh. Achad shehalti mehet Adonai otavakesh. Shivti bevet Adonai kol yemei chayai. Lachzo b'noam Adonai u'levakeh b'heichalo. Lachzo b'noam Adonai u'levakeh b'heichalo. In a time of calamity, you would hide me in your sukkah, enfold me in the secret recesses of your tent, and you raise me up to a stronghold. Now my head is raised high above my enemies round about, and I come with offerings amid trumpet blasts to God's tent, chanting and singing praise to Adonai. Adonai, hear my voice as I cry out. Be gracious to me and answer me. It is you of whom my heart has said, seek my face. It is your presence I seek, Adonai. Do not hide your face from me. Do not act with anger toward me. You have always been my help. Do not forsake me. Do not abandon me, my God, my deliverer. Though my mother and father abandon me, Adonai will gather me in. Show me your way, Adonai, and lead me on a straight path despite those who raid against me. Do not hand me over to those who besiege me, for false witness breathe hatred have risen against me. If only I could trust that I would see God's goodness in the land of the living. Place your hope in Adonai. Be strong and take courage, and place your hope in Adonai. Kaveh el Adonai chazak v'yametz libecho. V'kaveh el Adonai. Mourner's Kaddish, page 58. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah. Bialma divra chirute v'yamlich malchute. V'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevarach le'olam alamei almaya. Yit Barach, Yishtabach, Vit Poar, Vit Romam, Vit Naseh, Vit Hadar, Vit Ale, Vit Halal, Shemei Kudusha, Brichu, Le'ela, Min Kol Birchata, Veshirata, Tush Bechata, Venechemata, Damiran Be'oma, Vimru, Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabba, Min Shemaya, Aleinu V'Kol Yisrael, Vimru, Amen. O says Shalom B'Romav, Huya says Shalom, Aleinu V'Kol Yisrael, Vimru, Amen. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I'd like to welcome Shelby, David, and Stella. All right, Shabbat Shalom. Thanks for joining us. Services tomorrow, 9:30, followed by a deluxe Kiddush sponsored by the Weinbergs. Everyone's invited. And Michael Weinberg will be chanting Haftarah tomorrow. And there's a whole bunch of great stuff happening, so take it home. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, hey, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom. And good Shabbos. And a good Shabbos. A good Shabbos. All right.